Have you ever wished you could turn back the clock and instantly look like your younger self again? If so, you'll want to pay close attention because I'm about to show you a little known trick that can take years off your appearance in minutes. And the best part is, it's something you can do right at home. No doctor's appointments or fancy gadgets required, because the truth is, you can transform your own skin at any age. Take a look. She did this all by herself and looked younger almost instantly. And once I teach you the secret, you'll be able to do it too. Hi, my name is Katie Stoka, and I've spent years helping women address challenging beauty concerns without resorting to costly or time-consuming methods. And I'm thrilled that many of my tips and techniques are now being used all over the world, including TV news shows and magazines like Allure. But what I'm going to show you today is by far my most exciting discovery yet. So let's cut to the chase. If you're interested in looking younger, you probably have something you don't want, right? I'm talking about wrinkles. Yes, I said it, wrinkles. And you know what? I used to think it was a scary word too. I hated even thinking about it. But now, talking about wrinkles is easy because it's not something I have to worry about anymore. And soon you won't have to be worrying about them either. Because I'm going to teach you a sneaky way to make any wrinkle disappear from view in 5 minutes or less. Now, this technique is so simple, you can use it right in your bathroom or anywhere there's a mirror. But I can tell you from experience, it really works. You see, I discovered the solution out of necessity because for a long time, wrinkles were something I struggled with myself. Like most women, I first noticed them in my mid-30s. Crow's feet in the corners of my eyes, lines around my mouth, creases on my forehead. And I still remember how shocked I was to see them. After all, wrinkles don't appear overnight. They creep up on you little by little without you even noticing. Until one day, you look in the mirror and bam, there they are. As we all know, once those lines first set in, they just keep getting worse. So the more time passed, the more frustrated I became. Those lines and wrinkles made me feel embarrassed, anxious even. So when I hit my 40s, I knew I had to take action. Now, I flirted with the idea of something more extreme, but ultimately decided it wasn't for me. But between work and taking care of my little ones, yes, I'm the proud mom of 2 amazing boys, I just didn't have time for all the doctor's visits and routine maintenance. So at first, I tried putting a Band-Aid on the problem instead. I got bangs to hide the creases on my forehead, started wearing bright, chunky jewelry hoping it would distract from the lines on my face, and bought just about every anti-aging cream I could find. They had little to no effect on my skin, but I still kept going back to the department store, hoping the next formula I bought would be different. Now, if that sounds familiar, I want to assure you, what I'm about to show you does not come from a store. And you don't have to use it for months on end before seeing results. So if you're looking for a new moisturizer or serum, the solution may not be for you. Because the wrinkle smoothing effects you're about to see are very dramatic and happen almost instantly. Now, before I explain how this solution works, I think it's important to tell you how its discovery came about. You see, about 8 months ago, I was introduced to an extraordinary woman. Let's call her Julia. We met at a beauty conference in Paris, but I soon learned that she actually worked in California, where she ran a research facility that specialized in something called cosmetic skin renewal. Now, this lab didn't make face creams and serums, nothing like that. They worked on groundbreaking formulations that weren't even for sale. I'm talking high-tech, futuristic stuff. So I thought, what the heck? Maybe she'll know something I can do about my wrinkles. Couldn't hurt to ask, right? Well, here's where the story gets really interesting. To my surprise, Julia was very excited to hear about my problem. Her face practically lit up. Katie, I actually do have something for you to try, she said, but you can't tell anyone because it's still a work in progress. Don't worry, I'm allowed to be telling you about it now, but back then it was still classified information. You see, for the last 2 years, Julia had been working on a new solution, which, if her calculations were correct, could potentially erase the look of wrinkles from skin on contact. It sounded like science fiction, but Julia assured me it had already undergone plenty of testing. At this point, I'm just making sure it consistently works for everyone, no matter the person's age or skin type, she explained. So, with my mind at ease, I agreed to check it out after the conference. And a few weeks later, I found myself in Julia's laboratory in Los Angeles, with a creamy substance being applied to each individual line and wrinkle on my face. It didn't sting or burn or tingle. In fact, it didn't even smell weird. So initially I thought it was some sort of lotion you apply before the de-wrinkling solution. But after letting it sit on my skin for about 60 seconds, Julia handed me her mirror. "Take a look," she said proudly. So I did. And let me tell you, I'll never forget that moment. Because sure enough, my crow's feet, the lines around my mouth, and even those stubborn creases on my forehead had become virtually invisible. I couldn't believe it. I looked about 10 years younger than I had just a few minutes ago. So at this point, you're probably wondering, what on earth did Julia put on my skin? Well, the answer is going to blow your mind. I know I was surprised when she first told me. You see, that creamy substance wasn't a moisturizer at all. It was a groundbreaking dermal polymer solution that basically works like spackling putty on your skin surface by filling and evening out the look of any creases, and then blending seamlessly into your skin, so you can't even tell it's there. All you see is a smooth, naturally crease-free looking surface. In other words, it just looks like your own skin, but without the wrinkles. Now, I'll explain more about these polymers toward the end of this video, but here's what really surprised me. The stuff was actually good for your skin, like really good. That's because Julia's polymer blend didn't just patch the look of wrinkles, it was also infused with special nutrient compounds, the kind usually found only in advanced anti-aging products. So your skin is left looking healthier, smoother, and visibly less creased, even after you wash the polymers off. But as astonishing as the solution was, Julia said it was still missing one key component: light. You see, in order to make wrinkles fully disappear from view, you have to reflect light away from their crease imprint, the dark line that forms wherever your skin bends. Most people don't realize it, but that imprint actually makes wrinkles look deeper and more noticeable than they really are. So it's very important to address. Otherwise, even if you level out the skin surface texture, those telltale lines may still be visible underneath. Now, Julia knew exactly what she needed in order to do this: a rare light-altering micro-mineral powder, known among industry insiders as the flaw eraser, because it could diffuse the look of almost any skin imperfection, making it much harder, if not impossible, to detect. The only problem? This elite ingredient was way outside of her lab's research budget. So, since I wasn't about to let such an amazing discovery go unfinished, I immediately offered to make Julia a deal. My company, One2 Cosmetics, would pay for as much of this special powder as she needed to complete her research, and then some. And in exchange, she'd partner with me in making it available to other women too. After all, having seen what it did for my wrinkles, even without the light-altering minerals, I knew this was truly life-changing stuff, so people deserve to know about it. Now, Julia was thrilled by my proposal. She wanted to help women access this innovation just as much as I did. However, I did have one condition. If I was going to share this formula with others, it had to be perfect. So I offered to personally help with the development and testing process to ensure the final product was effective for women of all ages and skin types, able to deliver rapid results, and easy and painless to use. And we got to work right away. In fact, I wound up flying out to California nearly every week during that time, which was pretty exhausting considering I live in Miami. But in the end, it was worth it, because several months later, the formula was finally ready for its first large-scale volunteer trial. Now, what I'm about to show you are actual before and after photos from our first test group. So I want you to brace yourself, because these images are pretty stunning. Amazing, right? These photos were taken just minutes apart. But here's what I'm really excited to tell you. After months in development, we've now produced enough of this formula to share with the public. It's called One2 Vanish, the revolutionary instant action topical filler designed to smooth out the appearance of any line or wrinkle in minutes. And yes, you can use this incredible solution right at home or even on the go to look years younger anytime you want. Here's how it works. You simply pat it onto your skin, let it set, and then go about your routine as usual. With its advanced blend of crease-filling polymers and reflective minerals, One2 Vanish will work to keep wrinkles out of sight for 12 hours or more, so you don't have to worry about them. Now, as someone who's experienced One2 Vanish firsthand, let me just say, it's an absolute thrill to finally be introducing it to others. So by now, you're probably wondering how to get it, right? Well, here's the good news. Due to the high cost of its ingredients, this formula is very expensive for us to make, so its retail price isn't exactly a bargain. However, because I really appreciate you taking time to watch this presentation, I think it's only fair that you get to try One2 Vanish for yourself, no matter your budget. So right now, I'm going to do something a little unusual. You see, if you were to order One2 Vanish through my official website, a single container, that's roughly 1 month's worth of formula, would cost you $89. Now, that's still considerably less than most high-end formulas currently on the market. And believe me, getting it down to that price point was no easy feat. But at the end of the day, my goal has always been to share the solution with as many women as possible. And that's exactly why I decided to create this video in the first place. So I could offer a portion of my inventory to dedicated beauty lovers like you at a special insider price of just $49. That's right, you can secure a full-size container of One2 Vanish right now for a fraction of its retail value. And I'll let you in on a little secret. If you opt for one of my multi-pack options when you order, you'll actually pay even less. In fact, my best value option, the 1-2 Vanish 3-pack, is now exclusively priced over 50% off retail with today's offer. So if you want to maximize your insider savings while getting even more of this prized formula, that's definitely the option I would recommend. Okay, ready to get started? All you have to do is click on the button below to place your order, and we'll promptly ship it to your home or office so you can start enjoying its line vanishing effects right away. Now, I've already been using this formula for several months, and I'm still blown away by what it does for my skin every time I apply it. But I have to admit, while I love the way it makes me look, to me, the most amazing thing about 1-2 Vanish is it's completely renewed my confidence. Now I don't worry about people looking at me differently than they did years ago. I've been getting compliments from my friends and my husband all the time, so I know others see the difference too. And I even enjoy shopping for clothes more than I used to, simply because I no longer dread seeing my face in that harsh fitting room lighting. At the end of the day, it's those little things that make the biggest difference. So I want to give you the chance to experience them as well. Because when you truly love yourself, both inside and out, you'll start noticing extraordinary changes, not only in the mirror, but in your mood, how you carry yourself. And believe it or not, you may even find yourself feeling more energized throughout the day too. So I sincerely hope you'll take advantage of the special offer I've put together for you. When you order today, you'll get a full supply of 1-2 Vanish for just $49 or less. And because I'm so confident 1-2 Vanish can make as big of a difference in your life as it has in mine, your order will be backed by my solid 30-day satisfaction guarantee. So if you don't love your results or aren't happy with 1-2 Vanish for any reason, you can simply return the container, even if it's empty, for a full purchase refund. After all, I want you to feel 100% confident in your decision to try this formula, which is why I'm offering it to you absolutely risk-free. But remember, you can only get 1-2 Vanish for $49 through this video presentation. And unfortunately, my insider supply is very limited right now. So I recommend placing your order as soon as you can, because I won't have these specially priced containers on hand for much longer. But more importantly, I want you to do this for you. Because every day you wait is another day of feeling less beautiful than you actually are. And I mean that. After all, lines and wrinkles can make even the most gorgeous woman doubt her appearance. So if you think your time has passed, you're wrong. Your beauty is still there. But if you don't take action, you'll continue to fixate on the flaws instead. And worse yet, you'll constantly find yourself wondering if others are noticing them too. It's not a good feeling, and one you shouldn't have to live with, which is why I urge you to take advantage of this breakthrough and free yourself from the stress of visible aging as soon as possible. Because I want your true beauty to be seen by everyone, including you. And finally, I just want to thank you again for taking the time to watch my special presentation. Sharing this discovery with you has been an absolute joy, because as a woman, I know it's something we've all been waiting for. So I truly hope you'll use this opportunity to try 1-2 Vanish and to see the difference for yourself. And on behalf of my dedicated 1-2 team, I just want to say how excited we are to help you achieve the gorgeous appearance you deserve. Stay beautiful. Katie Stoka, founder of 1-2 Cosmetics. Still here? That tells me you probably have a few more questions, right? I totally get it. And believe me, I wouldn't want you to make any decisions until you have all the facts you need. So if you're still wondering if 1-2 Vanish is the real deal, I'd like to address some commonly asked questions. Question number 1, what exactly are dermal polymers? They're specially synthesized compounds designed to replicate the look and feel of your skin's natural texture, and the key ingredient in 1-2 Vanish. When applied topically, our breakthrough polymer blend starts patching up the lines and creases on contact, leaving your skin surface visibly smoother and more even in minutes. And since 1-2's dermal polymers are designed to mimic the appearance of real skin, they're able to flawlessly blend into any skin tone, making them virtually impossible to detect once fully absorbed. Question 2, how do you use 1-2 Vanish? Well, that's one of the best things about this formula. It's absolutely effortless to use. Simply distribute a small amount of 1-2 Vanish along each wrinkle, covering the entire length of its crease, and gently pat it with your fingertips until the formula blends into your skin. Then, let the active ingredients do their thing, and you can see wrinkles visibly fade or disappear from view entirely within minutes. After that, you can also apply a second layer to any extra deep creases for more coverage if necessary. Then apply your makeup as usual. Or skip it and let your new beautiful skin take center stage. Question 3, how does 1-2 Vanish work? Well, you'll find the full list of ingredients when you visit the specially priced order page I've set up for you. But in the meantime, here's the gist of how they work on your skin. When you put 1-2 Vanish on a wrinkle, our special blend of dermal polymers fills in the crease, creating an even, creaseless looking surface. Meanwhile, our light-reflecting micro powders blur and diffuse its crease imprint for maximum wrinkle visibility reduction. This unique dual-action technology lets you enjoy noticeably smoother, younger-looking skin almost instantly. As a bonus, One2 Vanish also contains advanced nutrient repair compounds that work to improve the overall look and texture of skin, which is why many long-term users actually report seeing fewer wrinkles even when they're not wearing One2 Vanish. Question number 4. Is it safe for all skin types? One2 Vanish is specially formulated to be gentle enough for all users, even those with sensitive skin, and can safely be used by people of all ages and ethnicities. In fact, unlike other skincare products that can sting or tingle upon application, One2 Vanish is designed to work without causing any unusual sensations whatsoever. However, even though no signs of irritation have been reported, everyone is different. So, as with any new skincare product, I recommend doing a small patch test on your wrist or neck before applying it to your face, just for good measure. Question number 5. How often do I need to use One2 Vanish? One2 Vanish is an instant action formula, so it's designed to help you achieve dramatic results every time, no matter how often or how rarely you use it. Of course, most women will want to use this formula on a daily basis. After all, why would you go out with visible wrinkles when you don't have to? And because its wrinkle smoothing effects can actually increase with regular application, I personally recommend using One2 Vanish at least 3 times a week. However, you can still enjoy extraordinary results even if you only use it on special occasions. Question number 6. How quickly will I see results? For many people, the effects become visible in about 60 seconds, but for some, they may take up to 5 minutes to fully develop. It all depends on how quickly your skin absorbs the solution. Question number 7. What if it doesn't work for me? Based on trial data, nearly all women see a difference after using One2 Vanish. However, we know no two people are alike. So if your skin happens to be uniquely resistant to this formula, rest assured, you will be fully protected by my 30-day refund policy. In fact, if you aren't 100% satisfied with One2 Vanish for any reason at all, you can still return your order, and my dedicated customer care team will promptly issue a full purchase refund, no questions asked. Because at the end of the day, only you can decide what's right for your skin, and we respect any decision you make. Just remember, if you want to get One2 Vanish at today's insider price of just $49, you'll want to place your order as quickly as possible, because supplies are very limited right now. So don't let fear of disappointment keep you from trying this potentially life-changing solution. I've personally seen to it that you have nothing to lose. Again, this has been Katie Stoka for One2 Vanish, inviting you to experience the instant beauty revolution for yourself.